Here we go. It's Sunday morning and it's raining cats and dogs. We're gonna go see if the estate sale is still on. 1, 2, 3, go! The estate sale was not an estate sale. It was just somebody that sells a lot of random stuff and does yard sales seemingly every month or every few weeks. They just put estate sale on there to get people to show up. I've been there one other time and they have some books and stuff, but it's kind of like a guy that sells on eBay and sells all kinds of stuff, but it didn't work out. Let's go to Goodwill, B. We're gonna go to Goodwill. This sucker's going for $51. All the way up to $100. It's a video game for 99 cents. All right. 7 books and 1 video game. But the video game is the hero of the bunch. This video game was only 99 cents, but it's apparently in demand, even though on the disc it says Windows 95/98, and it is from 1999. Apparently it's a classic game that some people are still able to play. They still have the systems for it, have it set up. I sold a couple other video games, older video games, for a lot of money. So these are ones that definitely want to be on the lookout for. And this one, it's not like the racing games or fighting games. It's always something a little bit different. I don't know how you would categorize this. There it is. And so some of these games considered classics, or are classics by people that played them 16 and 17 years ago when they came out on PCs. So be on the lookout for those. So this is all from Goodwill. The books were all $1 each, and the CD was $1, so about $8 for everything. So it was a good haul. I could have kept going. I only went through about half the books. Probably could have got another 5 or 6 or 10 or who knows how many. I didn't spend too much time in there, but found 8 items, and the video game is definitely gonna be going for a lot of money. The rank is pretty good for video games. It's not excellent, but because there's so few of them and they are in demand apparently and rare to find, it's gonna go for great money, even though it might take some months to sell. Going for $50 all the way up to $100, depending upon how quickly I want to sell it or if I want to pull more money out. So Goodwill is not always I'm starting to change my tune with Goodwill. There's some things to find there. You just have to be diligent about looking items up. I looked in the CDs, but no CDs, but I did find the video game, thankfully. And books were I was surprised to find some books there, actually, because usually I don't find any. But they're either I'm getting better at picking books, or they are letting some profitable books slip through the cracks of selling online for Goodwill on Amazon. I was going to go to the so-called estate sale, but that did not happen. So thankfully it came here and it worked out well. Sometimes you have to just go to a place that maybe you think doesn't have anything and just try it out, and you never know. So it worked out. Sometimes if you're out looking for something in particular and you don't have your eyes open wide enough, you miss other things. That's why I say it's good to diversify a bit in amongst media and not just do books, and skip the CDs or the VHS tapes or some video games. Initially, I felt uncomfortable doing anything outside of books. It took me a while to get used to books, and once I got used to books, then I didn't know the ranks that well for other items like VHS tapes, like CDs, like video games. But once I started scanning and started getting comfortable and familiar with the ranks and what would sell, where you could make some money, then I was able to diversify and able to pull money out of almost any sourcing location. And that took time. It takes looking through hundreds or thousands of items to really get comfortable with and know what's good to find. But
it's worth it. I find random stuff just because I've expanded my reach and my knowledge base for other items aside from books. Books are always awesome, and that is what I mostly sell. But I'm glad I diversified because I can find money just about anywhere, about anything to flip. In terms of media stuff. Hopefully it's not quite as wet where you are and you're out there, or not, maybe taking a rest, but sometimes the weekends are the best time to get out and hit a Goodwill or a thrift store or a yard sale especially. But remember, keep booking.